Hello and welcome to MiceCast. The host Greg, Mike, and
It's damn right.
Greg wants you to be able to sing it yourself.
Damn right.
Okay, so here we are, getting together as we usually do, as one does. And today we're going to talk about something I think that Greg likes. The idea that the Pin Traders, Disneyland Resort, has put the Pin Traders in the crosshairs and has decided that they are now persona non grata, second-class citizens, just like the smokers, and they can no longer just set up. Let me read the actual
They're getting their
pin
pee-pee
trading
whacked.
update. As a matter of fact, it's effective today.
Oh, they're getting their pee-pee. I want to make sure that was clear. They're getting their pee-pees whacked.
It says Disneyland Resort has announced new pin trading updates effective Tuesday, May 19th, 2026. Disneyland Resort will no longer provide designated space for stationary pin trading activities, officially ending the popular Frontierland pin trading spot at Westward Ho Trading Company, where traders displayed open portfolios on benches and tables. Updated rules on the Disneyland pin trading FAQ now state no use of benches, chairs, or tables, and pins are limited to lanyards and small handheld pin trading accessories. The 2-pin maximum per cast member or trading board per day still applies, with 1-for-1 trades only. Only official Disney pins bearing the Circle C Disney mark are tradable, and pins cannot be exchanged for money, gifts, vouchers, or receipts. Guests can continue trading with other guests or cast members throughout the resort using lanyards or pin boards. Pin trader groups can still regularly be found near Disney's Pin Traders in downtown Disney, though it's unclear how the new rules will affect that area. Approved pins remain available at Emporium, 20th Century Music, blah, 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 all of these places.
Et cetera, and so on.
Add your pins to your collection, mark them as ISO. I don't know what ISO. I'm not going to get into the pin trading acronyms.
No. That's
you already know what they are.
That's bullshit stuff. And I watched a guy the other day who I would say his information is reliable. I'm pretty sure I've seen him at both coasts. He's always occasionally he puts out stuff that I'm like, just really newsworthy. But he spent a day in Epcot, went to every area where the pin traders would settle and put their fat asses down to rip you off. One real pin out of hundreds being traded. One was real. Now I'm trusting him to know what was real and what was not.
I think they say they have the Circle C Disney on the back of them.
Well, sure, yeah. But if you got to get that close and turn, if you just can't look around, this guy's just looking at him. I guess he apparently just knows what's been released. It's got to.
Yeah. Yeah. There's also certain things that I was talking to a friend of mine years ago. She worked in one of the stores. No.
I didn't know you had any other friends besides these two on the screen here.
Well, it was a she, so it could have been you.
It could have been your work. It's probably your work wife that you skipped to work with.
It might have been.
Skipped to work.
But there are also certain things you're looking for is the way it's been painted. The cheaper ones, of course, the painting's not near as neat. Everything, just certain little tidbits here and there.
Even amongst the little cloisonne pins that amongst our early DPN group, you could see quality differences between where they purchased them, how they were designed. Some things were more conducive to a good pin than others, and color choices, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm so happy. These pin whores have been just driving me nuts for years. At least they kicked them out at like where Jolly Holiday was or whatever. Yeah. What it used to be called.
But they have, when they talk about boards and panels, they started with showing up with like CD cases, right? Little zip up pouches that you open up and little pages of pins. But there's some pictures and they have like full on
display panels.
2-foot by 4-foot display panels is full of pins. I'm like, how do they walk that in? How do you walk that into the park under your arm?
Well, I saw
this giant portfolio.
I saw a girl kind of, she's practically crying, and I could maybe understand to a certain extent because somebody had ripped her off, It's a whole panel out of one of those things because they like slide in these little books and the panel can come out, so they can store and
someone
move.
stole it?
Whole panel right out of her little
right
thing.
In front of her?
Well, no, probably. Well, yes. Let's put it this way. Yes, but she didn't notice. Have you ever seen the photos at a Comic-Con or a place that trades like Pokemon and memorabilia cards at these Comic-Con type things? And there's always like someone distracts the guy and they walk off with boxes of casually walk away because one person will engage. Just like they say, when you're traveling in foreign countries, even around this country, and two people come up to you, if you don't notice, it's like, make sure your shit's tied down because one's distracting you while one's ripping you off. So it's like never put your hand out to shake because they're probably either one, the monk is sliding something on your wrist and then wants money. Two, they're sliding. You're sliding your watch off as you're distracted and all this kind of shit. And it's you laugh, but it's true. Shit like this is happening. This makes me so happy.
All right, here I have a question for you.
Me?
You guys ready?
Just a whip around.
Wait. Wow. When do you think?
He actually got it ready.
When do you think pin trading started? Now, it's a two-pronged question because it's going to be for Florida and California. So you give two answers.
It's different dates. Now, when you say pin trading, they've been selling pins for a long time.
Pin trading officially has an official start date and a reason.
When the people had the lanyards and you could approach them.
Yep.
For Disneyland, I will go with Blast from the Past, and that was what, 1980? Was that 89?
89.
Yeah, 89 and 90. But
we'll just go with Blast of the Past.
So a month and a year. Okay, so that's June. I want to say Blast of the Past is June of 89. That's Disneyland.
Yeah, Florida. Because I hadn't been there in so long. I don't know. I'll just say.
I'm gonna write these down.
I'll say October 1st, 2002.
Okay.
I really. No, that's too late.
June
98.
All right. Hang on a second. So 98, what month?
October 1st.
I'm going to say October 98. Richard?
Yes.
When did Disneyland and Florida start?
I'm going to say Disneyland, February of 90.
Okay.
And Florida, I'm going to say October of 89.
Interesting that you both like the October for Florida. Interesting.
All right. I just went with an anniversary type thing,
Sure. All right. So
Disney likes to, combine things and do things on, in conjunction with something else.
Conjunction.
So you guys are, I'm going to say out of, two, call it 4 possible points, right? One for each month and one for each year. You got 1 point. You got October correct for Florida.
Yay! Hey, see, we knew that.
Disney pin trading as an organized activity began in Walt Disney World in October of 1999.
That's what
for the Millennium Celebration.
Late. I was a year off.
Tied to the Millennium Celebration. You said 98, yeah. And it became popular, and Disneyland Resort followed a few months later with its own pin series and trading program in April of 2000. Okay. So for Disneyland's lifetime, it's been more than a third of its life that there's been pin trading, right? Because we've had 70 years of Disneyland, 71 years, and 26 years of pin trading.
I mean, you know why I went with Blast of the Past?
No.
Oh, well, shoot, maybe I misspoke with whenever they had that machine that giving you prizes.
The gift giver. Oh, that was 35th anniversary.
And the pins, they were giving out those.
They gave out pins, but that was a gift giving machine. That was 35th anniversary. I thought
that's what I was thinking of.
That's
too.
what I was thinking, and I remember because I have some of the ones they discontinued, the dangerous ones that were pointy before.
I got a couple sets of those
before they rounded it off.
Yeah. I had one of the new marquee somewhere. So yeah, there you go. So pin trading's been around for a while, and I think. All right, so 2000, internet exists. Websites are gaining utility and sprouting up and spreading like wildfire. But I don't know how the communities of people that think, okay, I can get my own pins and make money off of this.
Oh, you mean the production of fake pins?
Yeah, I wonder how long it took for that to spool up.
Okay, I'm gonna say.
Go ahead. I was gonna
say
in comment.
2015, roughly, my last trip to Florida that I can recall. I think it was 2015. I know with the wife and kids, it might have been like 2010, and I don't recall seeing fake pins at that time. You pretty much still were buying off kiosks. There might have been a guy in a corner, with dime bags, trying to get you to, buy something from him. But I don't recall this huge proliferation of the whores trading you and trying to claim things were rare and not available, all that bullshit. Till a little later, because when did the Jolly Holiday come in? When did the name change happen? Do we remember?
It was about I want to say 2005.
Well,
is it that long ago?
2004, 2005.
You gonna ask Grok?
I want to say it came right around the 50th.
Well, look at it.
That's 2005.
Because prior to that, when it was still the Plaza Inn,
Plaza Pavilion.
Yes,
thank you, Plaza Pavilion. Thank you. The pin whores were already practically taking over the seating area, the lower seating area at the pavilion. So we know then, I'm sure there were fake ones at that point. That was one of their big hangouts. And then there was Downtown Disney. They hung out there way down by the monorail station. What, Mike?
2012. January of 2012.
I thought it was that date did not seem right, but I'm gonna flow with it and see what you found out. Yeah, that's quite.
It's been vacant as a restaurant since the Plaza Pavilion closed in '97. 15 years. It was dead, empty restaurant.
So that's
wait. That I have some issue with. It was never. I wouldn't. It was like sandwiches and stuff. I never felt like it was really a restaurant, but especially compared to what's across the street, I would have to do some more. That does not seem right. That it was closed with nothing at all being sold out of there.
It underwent extensive interior work while keeping much of the original exterior look. The spot had been vacant as a restaurant since the Plaza Pavilion closed in 1997.
And you are trusting the AI on this?
Sure.
Well, the reason I say that, I forgot what I searched for the other day, and it gave me such a bullshit answer that was wrong.
Well, do your own. Ask Googly, ask Gemini, whoever
for your case file work.
But I know that my kids, when they were little, would do the cookie baking thing that they did out front of it on the patio area of Jolly Holiday.
They had like different activities over there all the time.
Yeah, they had kid activities, but you didn't go into the restaurant area. So, but
do you trust Werner Weiss?
Yeah, he's Yesterland.
Yeah. I'm on his site to see what of all the
Disney history. Disney even references Yesterland.
Does it?
Yes. All right, so but back to pin traders. All right, so pin trading started 26 years ago at Disneyland. I remember I don't remember much about it until they started giving out pin lanyards during the Million Dreams business. Do you remember that?
Yep.
What was that? 2007, 2008, maybe? And I got a lanyard of pins, like 5 pins on it if you were in the right place at the right time, and they'd hand them out.
I want to say it was a little bit later than that. That was getting closer to the 60th anniversary in 2015.
I don't think so.
Regardless. Yes, I remember.
But
regardless.
The
That's what the libs say when they can't answer a question. Regardless, they move on to something else. I'm sorry. I was reading Werner's post. What was the question?
I'm not going to challenge Mike.
Oh, you'll challenge other people, but not Mike. What was the question?
Yeah.
My thing is, pin trading's been going on since 2000 at Disneyland. Yes. It didn't come on my radar until the year of Million Dreams, when they're handing out, lanyards with pins on them, or lanyards with break off little fast pass tabs. I probably still have one of those, 2 of those things somewhere around here, but I'm trying to recollect when they started setting up shop.
Well, the year of a Million Dreams ran from 2006 October 1st to December 31st in 2008. So that helps nail down something you were
years of a Million Dreams.
But
yeah, that was one of those ones that went on forever.
Do you think the crackdown is more on the fake pins or more on them taking up space that could be used for something else?
I'm going to go with the space.
I'm going to go with both, because that other article that we were looking at not only talked about pins, but other fake merchandise, and they show Mickey ears, which are all over online of where to buy. People make them. You're never going to be able to stop some guy in his home making them, but it does sound like they might crack down on their intellectual property. You might not be able to stop some guy from selling like a garage sale, but when you start reproducing intellectual property and selling them
on their property,
physical, or in volume online, I mean, you can still crack down. Because I've always wondered where it started when somebody started selling the wallpaper from the mansion or the stanchion, that little bat. Did someone steal one, mold one, and sell it? Did someone actually carve one up himself, make one and then start selling that? Even that is a violation of intellectual property. What I did find funny a while back is I saw a guy who had created one of the tikis, kind of does this thing. And
the drum.
Yeah. He created it. He put some marks on it, so it would be obvious that it's his creation. It's a fan appreciation creation type thing.
Sure.
Disney started to sell one on their website. It was his. It was a mold. They must have molded one, bought one, whatever, but he could prove that it was his. Now, there you got an issue. Guy just created one, sharing stuff with a few fans to enjoy something, versus Disney turning around and, I mean, it's their intellectual property, but it's his physical piece of art. And I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to pretend to be a lawyer.
No, I'm just, he changed it enough that he could show that it was his. Is that the?
Yeah, or a matter of like working in, an angle or something on an arm, or an initial somewhere embedded in there was something that wasn't in the original Disney version.
Interesting.
According to him. And this is saying, I'm going back to the plaza, even though it was used, I guess maybe because they used it for like annual passports for a while, and you could go in the building.
Yeah, you took a picture in there. Yeah, I remember.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It just didn't mentally connect with me that as a restaurant, because they did a lot of work on the kitchen in conjunction with what was going on behind the old Tahitian Terrace, because that kitchen really needed I'm not sure if it changed much in 42 years. But the article does talk about how it seems like it was open less than it was closed. Because if it's a slow day, pavilion was closed. The inn was always open, right? Yeah. God, just that you talk about Mandela effect and not.
But pavilion was never wasn't buffeteria style. It's not hot food ever, was it? I don't remember it being hot food.
I just closed it to see they had menu information about.
Yeah, I mean, let's consider soup hot food, but right now there's no hot food at Jolly Holiday.
No, it's a
bakery.
Sandwich.
They call it a bakery, right?
Yeah.
I just don't remember Plaza Pavilion.
Going back to the pin trading thing.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
the
actual subject
on the problem with the space. You did have people that were getting into a little bit of turf battles here and there. That you're sitting in where my spot is. You would have people that were, for lack of a better term, they were pin pirates. I mean, they were out there trying to, I remember one time in particular, I had a small child, probably about 7 or 8 years old, and she wanted to learn how to pin trade. So I was telling her, you get a couple pins, you get a couple extra of those pins, and then you go up to someone and you can you can trade a pin with them. And I'm telling her some of the rules on it, and one of the rules is you can only trade one pin for one pin. You can't trade more than that. And I had a pin trader next to me. Well, I could trade, I could trade 3 of their pins for one of mine. I go, not according to the rules. Oh, but I can do that. I go, well, what you do with another adult doesn't matter anything to me, but the rule is still one pin to one pin.
What you do in the privacy of your pin trading room.
That's right.
Stays in your pin trading room. Hey, you want to do a quick whip around? You guys want to guess what the food was in there?
Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Oh, Richard, you took one. All right. Plaza Pavilion.
And a question too, who was it sponsored by?
Oh, smokes. It wasn't Carnation. Carnation was across the hall.
Wonder Bread? Was it sponsored by Wonder?
Well, I'm not answering yet.
Okay, Richard's guess is Wonder Bread is a sponsor. I have no idea. I'm going to stick with Carnation because they're everywhere.
Okay, food?
Food.
Richard already said...
we said PB&J's.
And I will also put ham and cheese sandwiches.
I was just going to say sandwiches in general. Sandwiches in general and other baked goods like cookies or whatnot.
Okay, so Mike is partially correct on the sponsor. The sponsor was I don't know, I'm going to mispronounce this, Contadina brand.
Contadina, okay, I remember them.
Which is a Carnation company.
Okay. But they used to have the little milks at grade school, I think, too. With Altadena, yeah.
The Carnation Company's Contadina brand is an emphasis on Italian food. You might want to start with the Caesar salad, then perhaps
Italian food. What?
Then perhaps you'd like spaghetti and penne pasta with your choice of marinara, bolognese.
Now that you're saying that, I kind of remember that.
Yeah, Alfredo, prima
I don't remember that at all.
Chicken Alfredo. The dinner menu adds baked pasta dinner. And dinner-side portions of the pasta lunches.
I remember Karen and I would used to we got the fettuccine Alfredo over there. And when they had that closed, we had the Pizza Port opening up in 97. And they had the penne pasta over there that we would get instead.
They had penne at Plaza Inn, too.
And they called it the buffeteria style.
It was buffeteria. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
I remember the buffeteria line. I don't remember going, like they said, it was closed. It seems like more often, but they said it was the Red Wagon Inn originally. For some reason in my mind, Plaza Inn was the original.
That's what I always think of as Plaza Inn. Yeah.
Unless I'm confusing something here, reading and talking at the same time. But regardless,
that's what I said. You said I can't say that.
Exactly.
Okay. Now back to pin trading.
We can put that to bed now that we had our
now
side.
That Greg satisfied his curiosity, we could put it to bed.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. So pin trading, why is there a monetary gain aspect to this? Why did it blow up? Why did the pin traders that got bounced, why did they get into that?
Well, right? if some are faking them, then and I bet you those things don't cost anything compared to the value of the Disney pin. And we should mention, when there was a point when the cast members had to wear lanyards with pins on them. Now, I believe I was
we
gone.
Didn't have to.
Well, hold on. It was highly encouraged that the cast members were going to do that. I believe I was just heading out the door when this happened, and they wanted security to. But if I remember Richard telling me, they pushed back, like, yeah, we're responding to something, and some yokel, wants to stop and pin trade, and how rude that would be to, like, stand off. Now, I remember seeing some supervisors with them, and they're not usually never running anywhere. You'd be lucky if you find a supervisor from security in the park anyways. But I seem to remember some suits, as we called them, wearing lanyards, but none of the officers that I can recall I ever saw with a lanyard on.
I used to see not the lanyards, but the little things that hang from their belts.
I remember those. That was some way to pin trade. Maybe if it wasn't a lanyard, they had them on their belt. But the cast members were encouraged to participate. And sometimes you might look at them to see if they've got the one that is sold out in the stores. Because that was, I think, part of the thing they tried to, milk this, or not milk the system. When you drop in something, to get people to go look, you put a rare one maybe out in the park somewhere. But I don't know. So I've got, my Mad Hatter hat that I bought in 1982 that I still have from the old Fantasyland and the old Mad Hatter shop. Wonder if Mike would know. I know, you know where the old Mad Hatter hat shop was, Richard, right?
The old one?
The old one.
Yeah.
The original Mad Hatter. Mike, a whip around of one without music. Do you know where it was?
No.
Okay. So the arrangement, well, of course the rides didn't move, but the facades changed. So if you were coming from, let's say, coming from the pirate ship towards the carousel, over at the Mr. Toad, and you pass Mr. Toad and you make a left towards Peter Pan, there was this corner little shop that was kind of tucked between the two attractions. If you were looking at plan view, it's like on that little L shape between the two attractions, and there was a hat shop there, and that's where I bought the Mad Hatter hat. It is full of pins. The other day we pulled them out, and Katrina and Karen and I looked through them going, somebody might as well wear these, or we need to start listing them on eBay or offer up or somewhere to get rid of some of the shit, because we're not doing anything with them. Most of them are still in their backs. They've never been used, hardly seen the light of day, sitting in a closet basically. Home Depot closet looking thing.
All right, so
I don't know what's the value of pin trading in general. Those people would not be out there unless somehow monetarily they're benefiting from them.
Yeah, it's on eBay all the time, and there's a couple pin trading sites. My neighbor used to be a big pin trader for the first few years of it, and then he got tired of it because of all the pin pirates. And now one of the things he enjoys doing is he'll go onto eBay or one of the sites, and he'll get somebody, rare pin, and they're trying to sell it for $25, $30, or whatever, $50. And he likes going on. He goes, I was in the park yesterday, and it's still being sold in the shop.
There was a time I remember there was something from the Matterhorn. I called Richard or texted him something a while ago. Is this still available? Yeah, because on eBay it was saying rare Matterhorn.
No longer, yeah,
and it was still being sold in the park.
So I just checked in with a current in-park cast member, and
yes,
cast members can still sign out lanyards to pin trade with guests.
Oh, okay, so it's still going on.
Now. I still
does she do it?
No. She does. She tries to minimize. She tries to minimize guest interaction as much as possible.
Outdoor vending.
Well,
some of the wagons, they have their own boards there for pin trading.
Thinking of the last interaction I had with her, that's probably a good thing.
They had to sign it out. They just have to sign it out, so it's not like there's still some control on the back end of it.
Well, sure. I mean, you just can't give. I mean, you can't come back with an empty board. You know, it's supposed to be trading, not given away or anything. So,
all right. So if you're Joe Pin Trader, right, and you've been hauling your giant ass books of pages of pins.
I thought you were making a reflection on some of the people there, not their giant ass.
Yeah, well,
but their giant ass.
Some of them are stationed on scooters. I will point that out.
That is true.
They roll up on scooters. But if it's a money making operation, I don't understand how you make money. You have to buy the junk. If you're bringing junk and fakes, that costs money. Yes. Oh, you're trading a junk fake pin that costs you $3 with somebody that spent real money on, what are they, $20 now? Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
for Disney pin, for official Disney pins, probably $20.
8 to 20 or so, depending on
the
complexity of it.
That surprised me. Rich wouldn't even know that, since he hasn't been in the park and probably never bought a pin in his life.
So there you are.
My daughter's very much into it.
You've got.
Oh, okay.
So you got a pin that's worth $17 more than you spent. How do you realize that gain? Do you turn around and sell it?
Yeah, well, you have
online. Do you trade it?
Yeah, that's what you have to. You have to go on something like eBay or something, and
because where did Greg go?
He was
scooching like his ass was on fire.
He looked like the dog on the carpet.
Yeah. The dog with the worms. Scooches his butt across the carpet.
No, but like I said, my neighbor would still likes to go on eBay, because you have that stuff on eBay, and you have a couple pin trading sites that they sell them for cash.
But
they sell them for Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, my ass.
Yeah. But
that's bullshit.
But wait. They do sell some of this on.
Hang on, I was gonna say bullshit or not, but we already know it's bullshit. So hang on, I'm gonna go to eBay, and I'm gonna look up Disney
pins.
Yeah. See.
I don't know if you can see this, but this is one container. They don't sell this anymore, by the way. A cool ice container from
what's in there?
Hollywood Tower of Terror. This one is a mixture of buttons, pins.
I see the buttons.
It's
some pins prior to, like those gift giving machines.
I see grad night.
Yeah, grad night, shit like that. And then, just pins. This is the Mad Hatter one. The one we were supposed to use at the DPN event to pull numbers out of a hat, and I forgot. We used an app instead. There's an app for that. But, it's like we have tons and tons of this shit. There's some in there occasionally we'll find we like. A Universal one got in there. I don't know how that got in there.
Ooh.
All right.
But like
that
this,
Woody Woodpecker.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
How much
am I ever going to wear it? This was $10.95. And
Walt Disney World.
Walt Disney World, yeah.
So I'm looking at eBay for some pins, right? Just to get an idea. There's a Happiest Homecoming 50th anniversary pin, jumbo, $46. Limited edition of $750.
Weird things get in here.
What is that? A watch?
That's a watch. 100 pins over average.
Disneyland Circle C. Made in China. Nice. All right, let's see. Here's another one. Complete hidden Disney Mickey Holiday complete 5-pin set. This I think is fake.
Like we have one. I was trying to see if it's here.
Holy shit!
It's a giant ass Pirates of the Caribbean in a special box.
I remember when you got that one.
Oh yeah, it's really cool, but again, I don't have it on display. I used to have some like shadow boxes, like
I remember those.
Yeah, and some of them had my military stuff, which was limited, but
which are more pins that you collected.
Yeah.
Here's one that's
they're just kept on a little bar.
Disneyland 70th anniversary pin with a dangly piece, $55 on eBay. So who's buying this? People that can't get themselves to Disney Park?
National Boss Day. Now, you know what the hell? Why did I buy that? It's like Michael Scott buying his own cup for Best Boss or something.
Disneyland Vault Collection, $70.
It was at the very bottom of all these freaking bags. Okay.
Push it close to the camera because there's glare.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then the inside of that. I mean, this is pretty cool. We'll probably not get rid of this one.
Okay,
that's say they're Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
it's the sign.
It's got
with
the talking.
Yeah,
I've asked. How much was that? Does the price tag still on there?
I'm sure it is because I usually don't pull that kind of stuff off unless it's on the front mask and artwork. It was a limited edition of 1,000, 2006 Imagineer exclusive, and there is no price tag on it.
Interesting
enough. It might have been behind glass, where they didn't have a price thing. But that was something else I heard people start talking about was, Imagineer exclusive. Like I'm in here somewhere, I'm ragging on Pin Traders and look at all this shit I got.
Yeah, but you're not setting up shop.
Dave Smith.
Look at that.
And then we've met and talked to Dave.
Cool. Oh, yeah.
We met Dave Smith.
This was $12.95.
But the thing is,
Disneyland Paris opened in France April. That's something like that.
That's not pin trading. That's pin collecting.
It's not.
That's not the same thing.
Yeah, collecting in the bottom of a hat and a bucket. Hong Kong Disneyland, like a little name tag. I got some weird stuff. I've got some normal stuff.
See, now you're making me look through my little freaking pile of trash. I know I have a VIP tour guide on.
This set, it's hard. The Epcot, I think all the Epcot lands or something like that. Oh no, that's all the parks, just the 4 different parks.
See, this is
I can't see because I've got you blocked with the City of Anaheim permit.
All right, well, unblock so you can see what I'm talking about.
Let me find my mouse through all this bullshit. Put this on the ground. Hold on.
Just for you. And the
all right, let's see here. Oh, nice. That's nice.
And it's got it's got the castle on the top. It says 50th. It's for 50th anniversary of tours.
I say it looks like a plaid thing.
Yeah. And then we all got these on
the
Disneyland's 50th birthday if you showed up to the park. And I admit that I was one of those knuckleheads that went to the park that day.
At like 4 a.m. or something like that?
3. I got the call from my friend that was working it at like 2:30. He goes, they're already lining people up. You might want to get down here. So we left the house at 3 a.m.
Wow.
My poor kids. They were like 3 years old.
I just can't. I saw, the mouse lets, I don't know. That's so annoying to me. Most of their content's halfway good, but she likes to walk, and it looks like she's walking like this because must be holding a gimbal or a small stick with her camera on it. That's
the old school way of holding when you walked with a selfie stick. She held it up higher so you could look up at it.
But she rarely looks up. She just walks and they were going to get in line, I think, for the new Big Thunder, and everybody's shaking their head at her because that's there's Mouselet 1, 2, Mouselet Dad, all these different numbers, and they dress alike. It's a little too much for me, and the dad's like, no, I'm not doing that.
Okay, so we think that pin traders make their money by
Euro Disney.
Taking fakes, trading them for real ones, and then selling the real ones on eBay. Is that the gist here?
Not necessarily. Okay, the fakes are made because, I'm guessing. I think some of the fakes are made because they're cool looking and people will want them. Now, so they're creating, like, let's say, a fan artwork or whatever. If you want to go with that line, let's give them the benefit of the doubt, and they're making stuff that they think the fans will like. And a lot of times they're given authentic pins for those. And do they sell them, or do they trade them up for something that's worth more? I wonder if some of them's like a long-term process of they're looking for the right thing. It's like buying in bulk baseball cards, and you're hoping you open up and you get the one you really want.
I gotta check the time.
It's a guess.
Okay. I have to, you gotta think of second and third order effects. People don't jump through these hoops
for nothing.
Amass these giant books of pins just because it's fun for them.
No.
And Richard relaying the story of I could trade one for three, or they have turf wars, whatever. That to me tells me there's money is at the root of this. You don't go through these hassles for the good of it. You go through the hassles because you get some sort of financial reward out of it. No.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's a great pin, Richard. Go ahead, Richard.
I was going to say, I found one like your Pirates pin. It's not the exact same one. It doesn't have the pair up, but it's very similar. In a box, $200 is what they're asking for it.
For it. Oh, you looked online.
Yeah, I'm looking online right now. Okay. That's where I found this one too. I forgot about this one.
Oh, okay. I thought you had that one. You look for an Imagineering pin. I gave you the date.
Well, that's why this one comes up too for Imagineering. I looked up 2006
July 2006 Imagineering exclusive, limited 1,000.
So money.
But you're right. Well, think about it. If they could trade 2 or 3 for one, and it's the one, I'm sure they're not going to give you 3 of mine. For what is this movie coming? I'm having this flashback of 3 for mine, 1 of yours.
No, okay, but
that's got to be a very valuable pin. They want to give you 3, unless they're bullshit pins or cost them 10 cents each.
But no cast member could do 3.
No.
That's amongst other pin traders.
That's the pin whores. Yeah. Disney does it because, in my opinion, people buy them, and then people are going to go buy the cheap ones. The ones that are, 20 million made of them, and hope to go trade with a cast member to find a good. Because if I remember right, you remind me, Richard, I don't think a cast member could turn you down. Whatever you offered, as long as it was a legit pin, they had to trade with you.
Correct. Still the same rule too.
I would imagine. I mean, that all sounds.
The fact that it's been around for 26 years and it's not really going away tells you that it's making Disney money.
Well, of course, because they're still selling pins. So because people want to trade them, and it's like anything you buy that you think is a collectible, right? You're buying it because either one you'd like. We just bought these because we liked them. We didn't buy them thinking long term of collecting and reselling.
Right. Same. No. I buy a pin because I want it for me.
Yeah, I didn't buy.
I'm not walking by going, oh yeah, that's a piece of shit, but I'm gonna buy it because I want to trade it to some schmuck.
Exactly.
Who has no idea it's a piece of shit.
Like I would buy one. Like I bought Test Track. Oh, not that. Forget Test Track. I bought Rock and Roller Coaster because I liked it. Will I buy a Muppet Rock and Roller Coaster? No fucking way. I'd like to defecate on that ride.
I poop on your ride.
Yeah.
How do you really feel? Don't hold back. Come on, we're allowed to.
It might be a while before I get back to the parks or that park.
But that's
I might ride it just to say I've ridden it and see what it is, but nothing about the exterior grabs me. Nothing from what I've seen of interiors grab me, and I'm not a Muppet fan at all. I could take them or leave it. It's not a thing for me. So I don't. When people are losing their shit and practically fainting over the idea that they kept the Muppets there, just does nothing for me. It's like you guys that got excited. Oh, we're gonna play John Williams in the Star Wars land now. Oh my God!
Muppets are fun. Muppets are irreverent.
They're okay.
Muppets are fun.
They're fun. The Muppets.
I think the eyes have it. Muppets are fun.
Snappy conversation, and the asides, just the little throwaway lines that only adult would understand what that means.
Yeah, I wonder.
That's the thing. The writing was really good on that.
Those attractions and those writings are very old. If you followed anything of what's happened to Sesame Street over the years, you might start wondering what's could potentially happen to the Muppets.
Sesame Street. Muppets are not. They're not.
They're not Sesame Street.
They're different.
No, but didn't they grow out of or spin off of or some kind of connection? Right. Same creator, same original creators, right?
Yes.
Jim Henson was the creator.
And Kermit lived in both places. Yes.
Didn't the Cookie Monster live in both places?
Yes.
You do not see Cookie Monster in any of the Muppet movies.
You did see him on the Muppet Show.
You did not see him on the Muppet Show.
You didn't have him on? I thought we had him on the Muppet Show.
No. Cookie was on the Muppet
Miss
Show.
Piggy. Miss Piggy was on both.
Was Piggy on both?
Yes.
Was Piggy?
You've got fingers and keys right in front of you.
F it. I'd rather just rattle her out of my old brain.
Yeah.
But
I never watched Sesame Street. I've seen Sesame Street. I didn't watch Sesame Street. I've seen the Muppets. I didn't regularly watch the Muppets. Yeah, the two old dudes up in the balcony.
Statler and Waldorf.
Funny shit. But remember, we had people in our group that were huge, like Beaker fans or whatever, and they carried the stupid animal with them and took pictures in the park with them.
Professor Honeydew.
You know,
okay. Listen, lots of people bring. Other than stuffed animals, they bring not just Muppet ones, but they bring the little baby Grogu makes his appearance everywhere with people.
Well, now that they're even selling those magnet things you can clip on that they sell for like I don't know $50 or something.
They're like $35. Yeah, they're expensive.
That's insane.
All right, would you say that we've come to a good enough conclude in regards to
you're the one with the button. If you're the moderator in some way.
I think we can conclude that we're all in agreement. This is a huge plus to get rid of all those stationary stacks up on everything that are blocking pathways and getting in people's ways.
Well, it's for the average guest moving around and not having to be bothered by them, and maybe leveling the playing field for those out there who legitimately just want to find a pin maybe that's not around anymore, or it's sold out at the moment, and not sort through bullshit and knockoffs and all that stuff. That's what I think is the big key to
I think what might happen eventually, and we tried this before at Disneyland, was they opened up one of the convention rooms over at the Disneyland Hotel that was dedicated to pin trading. You could just walk in there and people can put their books on tables in there and everything to keep it out of the park.
Yeah. See,
so
that's
we might see something like that come back.
I don't know. I think personally, I think Disney's over it. I think the pin trading, stationary pin trading, taking over a corner of Frontierland got to the point where it made somebody unhappy. And they're like, you know what? This has got to go. They're taking away from the show too much.
Yeah.
That's right. They cross some line somewhere and they piss somebody off. So.
Well, yeah, you didn't get into the rest of what the thing with Josh was saying. I don't know why, but that music on our end
is it really loud?
Yeah,
it's really loud.
All right, well then
almost gave me. No, I already have tinnitus. So,
what?
Exactly.
Okay. Thanks. All right. Well, with that all being said, on behalf of my two colleagues here, we thank you for listening and we wish you a good night.
Good night.